guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. You know, one of the things I love about modern women is if you say anything slightly critical of them, they get in your face and tell you you're misogynistic, you're a horrible person, you're all the isms and phobes and everything else. And all you do is give them a slight criticism. So they wander through life like they're the, God's gift to everything and they're a princess. And how dare you say anything negative about them? But what happens when then they go and see another woman for help? Well, they stick to their guns and they just double down and say that that woman is also crazy. And in the meantime, you've got this woman here that's got I paused it on her video to get the crazy eyes out. Because remember, if they ever show you crazy eyes, you're out. Well, this woman is 38 years old. She's been in therapy for 10 years. And she went to a matchmaker. I'm going to let her describe her experience. We're going to pause along the way. But if this doesn't sum up everything we talk about, and then when people come after us for saying what we say, all we have to do is go, ta-da, and literally point to all the evidence that I show on my videos and say they're outing themselves. They're telling us that they're not ready or that they're crazy or what. It's not us coming up with it. It's not us making it up. It's not us being the bad guy. With the forehead as smooth as that is, I guarantee you there's some Botox in it. Let's go see and how this lady's interview with a matchmaker that charges several $1,000s, how it went.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. She wouldn't be able to work with me. When we met, I told her what I was looking for and told her a lot about me. And I tried to highlight some of my core qualities, including the fact that I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I told her the types of things that I like doing. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not.
So what she is the boss bee. She wants to be in charge. But when she's tired of being in charge, she wants a man to magically know which decisions she doesn't want to make, and he takes charge. This never, ever, ever works. Moreover, look through all the animal kingdom, whether it's lions, whether it's silverback gorillas, whether it's whatever. Any animal that ends up being in a group pack, there's one leader. She says, I'd like two leaders. So you guys already know any man that's going to be with her, has been with her, or even wants to ask her out, it is going to be a constant struggle for dominance, which men don't want, especially after they've worked a hard day and just want to come home and relax.
I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me.
They always date up, especially when it comes to income. So even though she's type A and probably extremely successful at the age of 38 and she's type A and all this other stuff, she won't date anybody down. There's a problem to that. The men that are as successful as she is, that are good looking, that are, I would say, equal or better to what she wants, they're dating 25-year-olds right now.
Driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on.
Look how much makeup this woman is caking on before she goes out. Wait till we get to the lipstick at the end. It is atrocious. She looks like my crazy fourth grade English teacher. Well, not English. Homeroom / English, I guess.
On the fact that I'm a little high strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am.
She says she's high strung. Then she corrects herself and says she's just high energy. No, she's high strung. What do you think the odds are? You get into an argument, you get into a disagreement with her, and she goes absolutely balls to the wall against you. And normally that's an expression I say for men. But in this case, I think balls to the wall applies to her very well.
And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. Do anything woo? And I said, no. I said, in fact, I'm not even on the same planet as woo.
Pitching woo used to mean when a guy was courting a woman or trying to date her or was romantic. So when she woo and she's like, she doesn't woo, I guess maybe she's not romantic or she's not currently hooking up with that somebody. I don't know. I don't know all these internet slangs.
Didn't like in a man, I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, men really like a soft woman.
So now she says she won't accept a beta type man. Beta, which means, hey, he'll be the quiet, reserved one. He'll be, you lead, you take charge. He'll be the wife, basically, is what that beta type man is. Even matchmakers and 38-year-old women are using the terms beta males, talking about dating and men's issues, getting out into the zeitgeist. This is something that the quote-unquote red pill started explaining a long time was alpha male, beta male. I'm sure, going back to, I don't know if Tom Likas ever talked about this, but obviously you have Rollo, you have Samuel, I'm sure Kevin Samuels. I almost said Samuel Adams. Kevin Samuels. These guys have been around forever talking about this stuff. It's leaking out into the zeitgeist. It's leaking out into the world, which is excellent. It's excellent because that means everybody's starting to learn what's going on in the dating atmosphere according to our views of it and the way we label things. That is very, very powerful, I think.
That type of man. He was saying that, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board journaling, meditating type of things. We're never going to be that type of person. She also said that
basically what she's describing is like, I'm not going to do vision boards. I'm not that type of woman. This woman, wait for it, is a dude. I'm not talking about like literally a dude. I mean, her brain is a dude's. She doesn't want a soft feminine man. She wants a strong, powerful man because she's a woman and almost all women find that attractive. The problem is she also is a strong, powerful man in that way. And she refuses, even when a dating matchmaker says, look, this is what guys like. And she's like, no, I'm this. And it's not going to work.
Person. She also said that she could sense I had some walls up, which of course I'm coming to meet a woman who I'm asking to find my future husband at the rate of several $1,000s. I, of course, am going to be here really just trying to interview you, my dear friend, because I want to know if I'm going to get my money's worth with you.
This matchmaker that charges several $1,000s to match women up. And it's not like it's a spoiler at the end of it. It's in my thumbnail. The matchmaker's like, I can't do anything for you. Now there's a surprise to it, what the matchmaker says. But she says, I can't do anything for you because the matchmaker knows that if she takes her as a client, she'll charge her whatever. They'll go through the song and dance for however many months or whatever. And then this woman's going to be very ticked off. And she might even be litigious. She might be very angry. And the matchmaker, who is also a woman, is like, you know what? This is not worth my headache. You are not worth my headache. You are so undateable that I'm going to refuse your money because I know already this isn't going to work out. The reason why I'm playing through this whole entire video, I could have snipped it up. I want you to see how many layers of stuff that this woman is putting on. It's base powder and then a spritz and then the stuff under the eyes and then the eyebrow pencil and then another blush and then this and then a spray to freeze it all on. And this is just to go out for the evening. When I finish this, I'll go back to the very beginning of the video and you can take another look. She's not unattractive. But women go through all this dolling up just to go out. And here's the irony. She's 38 and can't find her own man. So the guys around her age at, close to 40, maybe up to 45 or whatever, are like, I've got so many other options. I want to have fun when I'm on a date. I want to have a good time. I want to date somebody that we go out and enjoy the afternoon, but I get to kind of lead. And a lot of times the guy with the money that's older, he naturally takes the lead position, and younger women usually kind of fall in line. This woman will refuse to do so, and that's why she is where she is.
So of course I'm going to have some walls up. I also think it's perfectly normal to have some walls up when you are meeting someone for the very first time, and who also had not taken the time to do her own research on me by stalking me on the internet. She definitely didn't have time because she asked for my socials no more than.
Now, apparently, the woman that was going to be the matchmaker was supposed to ask for this woman's social media stuff to stalk her and research about her before even meeting her. That tells you everything you need to know about, well, at least this portion of that woman. That made no sense. This tells you everything you need to know about this woman's part of her life when it comes to social media, is that it's they don't look at it as, hey, you know what, I'm going to share some funny memes, I'm going to share photos of my life. It's almost like an extension, like LinkedIn is, which is a business site where people, she's curated it. A lot of these women curate these things to try to show their best lives, or them with certain people, or them doing certain things. But I can tell you firsthand, I know so many people that will put out social media that makes their life look amazing, and that they're active, and that they're awesome, and they're living the best life. But in the meantime, all they've done is, like, they'll rent the canoe, they'll get in it, they'll go out 20 feet, they'll have their girlfriends or boyfriend or whoever take a picture of them like they're canoeing halfway across the lake. They'll get a beautiful mountain shot, mountains reflected in the water, like they're canoeing across this beautiful, lake. They're 20 feet in the water. They didn't even paddle out. And then after they take the picture, they're like, all right, I'm done. We'll put this back away. Trust me when I say that so much of social media is curated like that. I used to be on Instagram. I had, thousands of photos from my travels. I took a bunch of photos. Do you know, I think out of maybe 1,000 photos of me, of my travels, I think I took like 3 selfies. And that was mostly to show my parents that I was still alive, that they were actually my photos. That means that she's going to be stalking your socials to figure out what kind of man you are. This is why so many guys also say, look, dating now is like a job interview. There isn't a, let's me, oh my gosh, hey, she's kind of interesting. She's kind of funny. I'd like to get to know her. No, it's right to business. Why? She's 38.
1 hour before our meeting. So I asked her if she thought I would be ready for her services. Her response, she essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high, and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38, where I have been in therapy for 10 plus years.
Therapy, 10 years. You're seeing a therapist. You're seeing a dating like matchmaker that's saying you've got issues. Like you got walls up. You're not ready for a long-term relationship. You're not ready for this. I can just sense whatever she sensed out of her during the interview. I can sense you're not ready for this. Now, at any point, this woman could say, man, you're a matchmaker. You've been doing this for a while. Obviously, she's very good if she can charge several $1,000s to matchmake for women or men or both or whatever. This is a professional. She's seeing a therapist for 10 years. That is a professional. And at the end of the day, her response is, well, obviously these professionals don't know what they're doing. No accountability. No accountability for anything that happens in their lives, because that would make them look inward for the issues that they're facing. And instead, they want to blame everybody else. This is why it's so great to be a man. Because you guys out there, I hear all the time in comments down below, man, I screwed up. Oh, man, I dated the wrong woman. Man, I made a bad choice. Man, I dated this girl because she had a great rack and was funny, and it turned out horrible. Do you know, each time you men are saying that, even in my comments here, you're being accountable. You're like, I made a bad mistake. That's accountability. I dated a girl for the wrong reasons. That's accountability. She has no accountability. She can't say, I'm 38. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Because, look, you put her at, 24, 25. I mean, even at 38, there's going to be some 48-year-old dude that'd be like, she's 10 years younger, not bad looking, sure. But, again, that's not who she wants. Even at 25, I bet she was an attractive young woman. All the world is ahead of you. Make the right choices, and you'll get there. And time after time, they make bad choice after bad choice after bad choice. Then they land here and give it another 5 years, and it gets even worse.
She also said that she's too woo for me, which I can accept that. That's fine. However, I shouldn't need to be a woo type person to be worthy of love.
Okay, when they talk, I guess when they're talking about woo, they're like touchy-feely, maybe feelings, maybe romantic, that kind of thing. She's looking at this like a business arrangement. Like, I don't want to be woo. I don't want to be lovey, sweet, kind, tender. That's not what this is. This is a business arrangement. That's not who I am. I want you to get me to meet a guy. We hit it off. He's a power winner. I'm a power winner. Together, we're going to power win into the future. Two alphas leading forth to take the world by the horns. And dudes are like, no, thank you. I pass. I'm good on my own, thanks.
She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said. What the woman said is you need to soften up and stop being like this is a job interview for her to find a man, being so hard about dating, being so businesslike about dating. You need to soften that. And number two, you need to have more romance and more love and more, like, look at this as a meeting of two people, not this, I don't know, contract. And she never said, let me pull up exactly what she said here again, because she didn't, I think she says worthy of love.
Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love.
That's not what she said. The woman didn't say you're not worthy of love, or even essentially you're not worthy of love. What she's saying is, as you are, and the guys that you're looking for will not want to date you. They want somebody that is soft and sweet and feminine, and you need to be that. And she's like, no. Well, okay. Then if your determination is I'm going to be strong power lady and I won't accept a beta male and I must have an alpha type man, the dating coach is just like, I'm not the right person for you because you need to have love for this kind of thing. You're looking to go in and make a contract. But she never said you're not worthy of love. It's just you're not in a place where you're going to find it from me. Notice how over time she's taking all the things that were said about her and she's twisting them just slightly to make it look like the matchmaker's deranged, the matchmaker saying things she didn't say, the matchmaker's mean, the matchmaker's unqualified. It's never, ever me. Darn it, get it right.
As I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. Which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are.
Is there such a thing as a matchmaking license? I've never heard of that before. I don't think you have to get licensed for matchmaking. I'm going to play this last part one more time. Listen to how she twists it all. Now, and we're probably not even getting the accurate story because we are getting what happened through her and her jaded eyes.
I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. Which honestly, I think for that reason alone, she should have her matchmaking license taken away because we shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are.
She never said that. Now, again, I'm just going by what she said, the matchmaker said. The matchmaker didn't even say, you're not going to find love the way you are. That's not the matchmaker said, or you need to change to find love. That's not what the matchmaker said. The matchmaker said, you need to be softer. Men like feminine, soft, relaxed women that are fun. You're not that. I do romance. I look for men that are looking for that. You're not that. I can't help you. Good luck to you. She turns that into all this how dare her say that I'm unworthy and that I need to change. No, she didn't say any of that. What she's doing though is reflecting back inwards. She knows in many cases that she's abrasive, she's hard to deal with, she's very strong-headed. And she can't change herself because that's been cemented in her from the time of feminist college all the way up through the age of 38 for 20 years. This is who she is now. Men don't want that. The men you want, the alpha male doesn't want that because he's already successful. He's already got money because he's got more money than you. He's already driven. He's already goal-minded. And if he's 40, he's dating like 23-year-olds. He's dating 28-year-olds. He's not looking for someone his own age that's problematic.
And essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary.
Oh, now we're on dangerous. Do you see how it elevates? Do you see how it elevates? She shouldn't be telling people that. She's not telling people that in general. She's telling you that because you're abrasive. Do you see how she's winding it up? Do you see how she's winding it up? That's what she's doing in a relationship. I guarantee you, she wound it up with the matchmaker like this. And the matchmaker's like, whoa, we're done here. We're done here because she's winding it up. All these things never happened. And now she's landing on this is dangerous to tell women that men don't really want to date you the way you are, that are the type of men you're looking for. And just from this video, if I saw this and then you showed it to me, or even anybody else this sort of alpha, I think all those guys would be like, no. Nope, they're going to back right out. No way.
And the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity. Well, we're celebrating.
And look at this lipstick. This is not a good look. My grandma wore bright orange lipstick or bright red. It's not a good look. This makes her look like grandma. Hi, Grandma. I missed you.
My 38th birthday tonight, and we are going to wash all of what she said aside. I am so excited. And we're going to believe that no matter the type of woman you are, love is out there for you.
No. See, and this is a 38-year-old who got declined by a matchmaker that's been in 10 years of therapy, and she's saying, don't do it, guys. We're going to the love is out there, and you keep doing you. Now, look at the difference between her here and her here. Now, when she's squinting her eyes, I would find a woman, I'm going to mute this and just play it. I would find a woman wearing this level of makeup, except the fake lashes. Man, I hate fake lashes. She looks better here in the beginning of the video. Like even with her hair undone, she looks better there than she does here. No matter how you try to explain it to them, they refuse to hear reality. I'm sure the matchmaker wanted to earn her $1,000. I mean, who wouldn't? Who's going to turn down helping out somebody date and you get paid a couple of $1,000s to do it? I would certainly do that. I think a lot of people would. But she's so insufferable and she elevates everything and she exaggerates everything. And a dating coach says, I don't think there's anything I can do for you. I match people with love, with woo, with love and romance. And you maybe need somebody that's more of like a power broker because men want someone that's soft and sweet. And I don't think that's you. You've got some work to do. Or find a different matchmaker. And all of a sudden that's dangerous. And if she has a license, take it away. Bro, warning bells. Warning bells. This is the woman that you go home with and you were a lousy lay and you did the hardware store, again, the screw, nut, bolt, and next thing you know, the popo's knocking at your door and she escalated. I don't think the matchmaker's dangerous. I think this woman's dangerous. I think she's got some issues. I think she is type A, but it's not a type A. She's obviously narcissistic if she can't listen to anyone else's advice, and then the advice they give her, she says is dangerous. I don't know what to tell you, man. Guys, if you're on YouTube, join me on betterbachelor.locals.com. I'm going to be continuing on over there. It's not quite a dating profile of the day, but it is an interesting post that I'm going to cover, and I can't do it here on YouTube. A little too spicy. So links are down below. Come on over, join me today. I'd appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next one.